Hello, my name is Tina. Welcome to my channel. Tonight I'm going to talk about religion and forgiveness. And specifically, why is religion, I'm talking here about Catholic religion, for example, why is religion insisting on forgiveness? Why we are always like almost bullied into that forgiveness mode that we have to, because no matter what, you have to forgive, okay? Now, I've got a big issue about that, about that whole scenario, okay? Because I believe personally, this is based on my own observation, on my own feelings, on my own research, that unless there is things are set right after you've been really hurt by someone, okay, unless that balance has been reached, to say that you forgive someone, it's very foolish in my opinion, and also it's not right, and I'm going to explain why do I feel that way. First of all, why is religion bullying us into this forgiveness no matter what? Well, first of all, they claim it's for spiritual growth. Okay. Wow, really? I've made already videos about that you cannot grow spiritually within a place where you're being abused. Okay. Because abuse, deliberate abuse, has nothing to do with any learning and with any growth whatsoever. So this is just mainly like used as an excuse to justify evil. I already mentioned that before in some videos. Now, second thing is because forgiveness is aligned with God's mercy. Well, that's a good one, right? Because to be honest, guys, I don't see personally any of this evidence that God has any mercy, or even that God is here, not in this damn place, in this hell. Absolutely not. So show me the mercy first, and then we talk about what we can do about that one, because I haven't seen no mercy. This is all talk. It's a good talk though, because everybody agrees that God's supposed to be merciful, and he's supposed to be full of empathy. Well, first of all, God is not being abused in here. His ass is not being kicked, okay? So, if you are detached from reality and preach only about your good qualities, what sort of goodness is that within you? It's fake, isn't it? It's obviously not a genuine thing, and it's the whole theme has been used for a very long time, mainly because we are kind of almost forbidden to ask question God figure. Okay, you question God, and immediately the people who created this team in here have problem with you. Very often I heard, when I said to others that there isn't any like higher force that has got best interest for us in his heart or her heart, whatever. And immediately I was always attacked. But why? Who do you think you are? God is great and He's perfect. Well, show me the greatness, show me the perfection, and then I can decide what to say about that. But at this present moment, I don't see evidence of any greatness in here. All what I can see, it's insane suffering. People are suffering, things are not good at all, and despite all these prayers that are, in my opinion, absolutely useless, waste of time, really. I used to pray a lot, but many years it took me to realize that basically it was a waste of time. This is how I can say. It's like Some people say, oh, you have to have, patience. You have to give God a chance. God works in mysterious ways. Oh, really? Wow. It's so mysterious that you can never see, beginning or end of that mystery that's supposed to be so fantastic, so enlightening and so good. So, yes. Another thing is why we're being pushed to this forgiveness, that we have to forgive. Why is the religion is pushing you? Because of, they say, inner peace, yes. That will liberate you from bad feelings, and you're going to feel good. I tell you how it works, guys. It does work when you first agree to forgive something after many, many years of heartache and inner conflict, okay? And suddenly you say, okay, I forgive because I want to move on. It does work, however, it doesn't last. I tried it, okay? And it doesn't work. It will come back to you like a fury. It will be a feeling, it could be a dream, it will be a reminder that something isn't right, that there's no balance that being struck properly, that you can move on. Unless there is a balance, unless there is a punishment for something that was done wrongly to you, against your soul, against your wish, against your free will, you will not be able to move on. As I say, for a little while you may feel peace, you may feel better, you may feel relief, but it's gonna come back to you, and in the most unexpected manner and moment. That say, okay, I thought I could move on, but there is something, it comes like very, almost like a whisper between your mind. A whisper that never goes away. It's just somebody's calling you to go back, to examine something, to look into it properly. I tell you what, because if somebody is abused, okay, if somebody is abused for many, many years in here, obviously that accumulates masses and tons of very dark energy. And that dark energy usually is staying around the person that receiving the constant abuse. Therefore, it causes depression, it causes all sorts of mental issues, tiredness, it cuts your creativity totally away. You can't concentrate, you can't do much. You become a victim, basically. You dwell just in that mode of survival from one day to another, just to be, just to exist. And if you look at it from above, okay, so after 20 or 30 years of this kind of thing, religion would still tell you, people that represent religion, oh, you have to forgive, because you will never have inner peace, and forgiveness is godlike virtue. Well, that's what God would do, and then they bring Jesus, how he suffered and all that. And it creates you, it puts you in a mode of guilt, okay? You're feeling guilty that you dared to assert yourself, that you dared to say how you feel, and that you explain that something wasn't right, and suddenly all this stops, because if you are a person that believes in some sort of external gods and external forces, you would feel that pangs of guilt suddenly. Wow, maybe I'm wrong. No, you're not wrong. I can tell you something, guys. If you have been badly done, that means somebody has committed crime against you. Therefore, they need... What happens in here, between this society that we live in, if crime is committed? Well, you're going to go to prison, really. Depends what crime, of course, but there's some sort of punishment, right? So how come that suddenly we called into this forgiveness no matter what? I tell you what, if something happens like instantly when somebody hurts you, okay, and they apologize immediately, of course you're not going to have a grudge against them. Of course you're going to say, okay, no problem, I accept your apology. But we're talking about abuse in here, that many people are subjected to many, many years of abuse, many years of very deep hardship and darkness, basically, blinding darkness. Many people don't make it through that. I mean, I know because I've been there. I somehow made it, but it took a lot of me, and took every ounce of strength within me to survive what happened to me in life. So what I'm saying, I'm talking about this kind of situations, and I tell you what, guys, I got no intention to forgive or forget what happened to me. Oh no, no, there's no way in hell or in heaven that I'm gonna forget or forgive. So I'm definitely demanding, and I'm gonna make sure that the justice is done. Yes, whoever did whatever to me has to be, dealt with accordingly. I mean, I'm still in physical body, I'm still here, but my intention is, and I'm saying for the afterlife, is to seek justice. And again, you do not seek justice externally up there, excuse me, because externally, who is going to do it? Unless you believe in some sort of gurus, masters, gods, this is what it is, people relying on something like that to provide justice, that something was done against you. And reality is that whatever was done against you, it's private, it's you only. You have to be responsible for that. And you are the one to seek that justice within from yourself, and by not externally, but internally. You are the one who is gonna deliver that justice. So, yes, I think about it occasionally. I mean, occasionally. This is part of my afterlife plan, how I'm gonna conduct myself as independent soul, that I'm not going to allow something that was unacceptable just be all forgot, forgiven, shaken hands, we're all friends now. Oh, no, 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 no. Also, if you do not seek that, I'm not talking about a revenge. No, I'm talking about putting a balance to the situation that was grossly made like this, okay? And it's up to you between to do something about it. Unless you're going to deal with it, trust me, you won't be able to move on. I'm talking about moving on, not as much in here as in an afterlife, okay? Where mind is the king, and you create your reality that is based on your understanding or on your awareness, okay? It's going to be there, what happened to you, okay? So if you're not going to deal with the situation that hurt you here, it's going to continue in some shape or form, poke at you, okay? And you're not going to end up in a place where you're going to be free from this unless you do something about it, okay? Once you do something about it, then you say, okay, I locked that door, I dealt with this situation to my satisfaction, and I can move on now. In here, if you seek justice in here, you know what happens, guys. You're going to be the one locked away. So I wouldn't even suggest to seek justice here, because we live in hell, and in hell there's no justice. And you know, and I know that the justice is only for those who can buy justice, and basically evil goes unpunished in here, unfortunately. This is a reality, and I mean, look around what's happening, that people that committed gross crimes that really should have been locked away, they're walking free, and they've got money, they're having great time, they're enjoying life, you know. So where's the justice? There isn't any. It's all about how much money you have, okay, and what social settings you're coming from. That's another aspect of it. But other than that, no, there's no justice in here. So as I'm saying, plan accordingly for your afterlife, but please do not also allow darkness of bad deeds against you rule your life forever, okay? You have to lock that door for the time being. It's like create a room, okay, in your mind, and put every anger aspect of yourself, all the regrets, all the resentments that you have against someone that seriously hurt you, okay? And keep it in that one room, and you visualize that you're locking the door and keeping that key with you, but the room is locked. So whatever the contents of that room is, it's not going to influence your thinking and your everyday existence in here, because it can, be quite hard to conduct this with all these mundane things that we have to deal with in our everyday life. Also with different situations that are coming into our lives constantly, Life doesn't stand still in one spot only. So putting that on hold will help you later on when you're ready, when you're in a safe place, away from this world. Say, okay, I've got this room and there are secrets locked in. Let's see what I can do with this. How can I handle this now? You'll be in a position to do so, because nobody will lock you away for seeking justice, okay? You're going to be the one who delivers justice, so that makes a difference. Now, there's another aspect why religion is pushing and almost like, almost like terrorizing people with, you have to forgive, you must forgive. I know that religion has been created to manipulate us, to control us in every way possible, and religion also creates these beautiful stories that sound very spiritual. They look very light, those stories, and kind of something that you look at those beautiful stories created by religion and say, wow, this is amazing, I better believe that, because this is feels like divine almost. But it isn't, because those are just stories. There is an agenda behind a religion. The agenda is that religion is promoting, it's hiding evil. They use religion as like excuse to camouflage everything that happens here that is bad, okay? People say, what are you talking about? I know exactly what I'm talking about. Religion is man-made and it's been pushed here to keep you on your knees for the rest of your life, to discourage your critical thinking, to discourage your questioning, and to take the different perspective, okay? They want to be the ones who tell you what perspective you should take, what you should believe, how you should believe. And they created, of course, this massive aspect of fear, that if you don't forgive, unless you forgive, bad things will happen to you. So it's not enough that you've been abused for a long time. Oh no. Even worse, fate is awaiting you because you're refusing to forgive. So they're bullying you to forgive. Also, remember guys, whoever does something evil, it's of evil nature, okay? So why should I be bullied by some religious organizations into forgiveness of something that is evil? There's no sense. Come on, really? If something is evil, the religion should be the first one. Grab the sword in your hand and seek justice immediately, But no, you have to forgive. That forgiveness, it's almost like, I always thought, to be honest guys, that there was something wrong with it, although as I went through life, I didn't see back many years ago the way I see it now, the whole scenario with forgiveness. I always thought that inside of me that, no, why should I, this is really doesn't make sense. If somebody abuses you for many years, you say, oh, they say that they're sorry, can you forgive me? You can't forgive me this kind of stuff with just one word, because they say, please forgive me. Oh really? Wow. So and yet religion, it's almost like making you a guilty culprit, because you're refusing to go by what they tell you to do. Yes, I feel that the guys who created this whole system, that it's totally down rotten, they are evil themselves. How can they create this and scare you with that you're going to go to hell, that God is going to punish you? Wait a minute, doesn't he supposed to be merciful? So you have to forgive because it's aligned with God being merciful. So if he's so merciful, how come he's going to punish you because you cannot forgive something? Okay, that is very big contradiction in here between this setting. I mean, yes, I like to always analyze those little details, because there's lots of truth in it, guys. If you look in little details and ask a few questions, you suddenly realize that it doesn't make freaking sense what we are being pushed into, bullied onto belief and go by as total truth. So yes, it is very important to question why. Okay, why am I being asked here to forgive, or is it really for my own good, for my inner peace? There cannot be inner peace if you're carrying something, some sort of hurt in your heart that nearly destroyed you. Years of depression, years of fear, years of abuse. You're supposed to just, suddenly you're going to have an inner peace because you say, okay, I forgive and I move on. No, it doesn't work that way, no. I mean, I tried and it didn't work for me. I spoke to some other people and they said the same. So you have to do your own thinking, your own research. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just shedding some light on this aspect that something isn't right, okay? Because if somebody tells you and is bullying you and you feel that something isn't right, question it. Why do you feel that something isn't right? Because something isn't right, okay? Now, so that will be it for today. Thank you for listening. I hope you liked the video. Take care for now. See you next time. Bye-bye.